everyone, welcome back to Siblings A and J Gardening. I'm Angela. It's hard to believe it is 2026. I hope everyone had a safe and festive, joyous holiday season. It's hard to believe that it's over. It's come and gone. I'm getting ready to cook. It's going to be something light and very easy. I have some catfish nuggets. I took a bag of greens out of the freezer actually 2 days ago, and they still have chunks of ice in them, but I've got them on the stove. Hopefully they'll be finished in time for me to eat. But I'm gonna have catfish nuggets, greens, and I'm going to boil some potatoes. We still have potatoes left from our harvest this past garden season. So I'm gonna cut those up and butter those. And I have leftover cornbread in the refrigerator. So that's gonna be my supper today. Something quick and easy and light. I've got cornmeal. I keep saying got, sorry. I have cornmeal in this bag, and I'm gonna season the cornmeal with red pepper, salt, and garlic powder. And I may put some black pepper in there as well. And then as usual, I've gotta have my Frank's hot sauce to season or to put on my fish once it's finished. But the thing that's gonna take the longest to cook are the potatoes. So I'm gonna get started cutting those up and getting those on the stove, and then I'll start seasoning my catfish nuggets. I didn't really put out much Christmas decorations. I put out my mother's old ceramic Christmas tree, and I got her cookie jar out. That's the only thing left that I have to put away is her cookie jar, and it's sitting right there on the table. I've got to figure out what to do with it. I usually keep it at Daddy's house in one of the extra bedrooms. We keep it in there, but he told me just keep it at my house, so I've got to find a box or somewhere to put it to keep it safe so it won't possibly get broken. And I also have Mama's old bowls that he gave me last year. These are so pretty, and usually I don't get these out until holiday time because it's reminiscent of my mother and I making cookies together. And actually I learned how to make potato salad in one of these bowls, probably the blue one because it's the biggest. But I usually only use these holiday time, but I decided this year, what am I saving them for? You know, this is a tribute to my mother because it brings back memories of her, so I'm gonna start using them. So I kept those out, and I have to make a spot for them. But I'm gonna get started on these potatoes. Still have these potatoes from the garden. Some of them are starting to show their age, so I'm gonna get these peeled and ready to cook for today. I didn't make any New Year's resolutions. I thought, why bother? Went over Daddy's last night and spent a little time with him. I think I'm gonna do another video talking with Daddy about his childhood. I thought about possibly frying these potatoes, but I think I'm just gonna boil them, put a little butter, salt and pepper on them. Uncle LV used to make the best fried potatoes. They were like smothered. They were, oh, really good. I saved those potato skins for Jeffrey. He has that device, that compost device. So I'm gonna take those to him. I forget all the time when I cook around the house to save the scraps and peelings for him to put in his compost device. But I'm gonna try to make a effort to remember that this year. I looked at the green or the fall garden yesterday when I was out there, and the greens, I've done a video on those too and posted a short. They are most definitely gone. No more greens for a while. Okay, I'm gonna give these a quick rinse and get them on the stove. I'm gonna get my catfish nuggets. Get them ready. And like I said, I'm using garlic powder, salt and pepper. I'm using black pepper and red pepper. You can use onion powder as well. Sometimes I do use onion powder, but today I'm just going to use garlic powder. I got these fresh from the butcher. I can remember being a kid and Uncle LV would go fishing and he'd catch bluegill. And I would sit out there at that picnic table and watch him clean and get the bluegill ready, and he'd give my mother some, and we'd have bluegill that evening for supper. Good old days. But I'm gonna get these out, get them seasoned, bread them in cornmeal. The catfish fillets were $11.99 a pound. So I decided to go the cheaper route and get the nuggets. It's been a while since I fried some fish, and I think it's gonna hit the spot. Gonna get a little garlic powder on this. I went to the butcher counter at the grocery store, so these are fresh. And that's just garlic powder, a little red pepper. Ooh, didn't want to put that much. Red pepper has a lot more heat than black pepper, so I'm maybe do one side red pepper and the other side black pepper. A little salt. I'm going to turn these over and do the same thing on the other side. Instead of using red pepper, I'm going to use black pepper. And you can use any seasonings you want, but these are my go-to seasonings. I love garlic, red pepper and black pepper, and red pepper flakes as well, but red pepper flakes won't really stick. And it's rinsed again. My greens are finished cooking, are warming up now. They're thawed out and they're ready to go. So the last thing is this fish, and it doesn't take fish long to cook at all. I still have chocolate chip cookies left that I made from New Year's Eve. But I think I'm gonna have some applesauce. Okay, I have those seasoning. I'm gonna let the oil heat up, and then I will be ready to eat. My potatoes are cooking nicely. They're not finished yet. And the greens they're cooking too. I better turn those down just a little bit. For everyone that watches this channel, you all know I season in layers. This is a bag, just a gallon-sized bag. I filled up, it's maybe a cup and a half of cornmeal, white cornmeal. And I'm gonna bread these catfish nuggets in. And I also season the dry mix with my seasonings. Garlic powder, salt, red pepper, black pepper. I tested my oil and I think it's hot enough. When you're frying fish or anything, you want your grease hot because you don't want your breading to stick to the pan. You want it to stick to what you're cooking. Some people may do a breading mixture of oil, putting it in eggs and all of that. I'm not doing all that. I think I do need to crank it up just a little more. Because you know, the more the fish you get in the pan, the heat, the temperature will go down in your oil. Potatoes are finished. I just drained those. Get a little butter on them. Salt and pepper to taste. Black pepper. And then I'm just going to put the lid back on them. Let that butter melt, and then I'll stir it up. And the potatoes are finished. Check this fish. Yeah, it's ready to turn. I'm going to take some pieces out. Just let them drain on a paper towel. Should have borrowed Daddy's little deep fryer. I could have put the whole basket in there and been done or finished with it. Y'all see that? I'm gonna get my second batch in. I just put my last batch of catfish in there. This is the leftover cornmeal mixture that I made up. I'm gonna date that and put that in the freezer, and the next time I cook fish, I'm gonna use this same mixture. Gotta think what today. I ought to be able to remember what today is. Gonna go ahead and fix my plate. I have a few more pieces of fish that are cooking, but for the most part, they're all finished. So I'm gonna start fixing my plate. Go ahead and get these last few pieces out. Turn this fire off. Or turn the heat off, that is. Sometimes I'll slice a piece of cheese to eat with my fish. I got that from my dad. It sounds odd, but it tastes so good. together. Give me a couple of pieces here. Get this oil off this burner. But this is my supper today. Greens I had in the freezer, catfish nuggets, onions, cornbread, and buttered potatoes, and applesauce that I canned a few years ago. Thank you all for tuning in to Siblings A and J Gardening. You all stay safe and be blessed. And stay tuned for more videos for 2026. We thank you all so much. Our channel is growing slowly, but it's growing. Trying to increase our hours, because we've lost our hours because we haven't hit the mark of 1,000 subscribers yet. So it's almost like starting all over again with our minutes or in our hours. But that's okay. Just stay tuned to our videos. Thank you for all your support, and keep supporting our channel. We want to continue to grow and bring you all content. But you all stay safe, be blessed. Happy 2026. And I'm going to eat.